living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. Alone in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Why you chase the crumbs and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no end to sign of repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm a VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Yeah, keep it up, keep trying, but you'll be stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Man, look at you wonderful people out there today. Good Lord Almighty, it's good to be back. It's good to be back home. That's the best part about it. So much going on, so many happenings, and I'm trying to get all caught up. When Megan and Shizzy are gone, that seems right. That seems right, Sharon. I mean, it's gone absolutely off the rails, crazy. Now I've got a lot of catching up to do, and I mean, I guess one of the best things to get started with is what all I missed out on. I'm sure you guys will let me know if I missed anything. Shizzy just went live. Yes, I did just go live, and hopefully my sound is working today. That would be odd if it wasn't, but I'm sure you guys would let me know. You'd be just in there, Boomer. Welcome back. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. About time. No more vacation. Oh, there's more coming up. There's more. Oh, there's more to see. I guarantee you, there's more to see. There always is more. Oh my gosh, what did I see? Ooh. Okay, and let's see if we can get all this caught up right here. Well, I thought this was all blacked out, but let me go ahead and do this really quick just to make sure that I've got this one right here done, because, well, I'm slacking, of course, because what would you expect anything more for me to do but then to just completely slack off as usual, making sure that I've got like the proper redactions. I open this thing up and there's no redactions in here, of course, because, well, I suck, but only on days that end in Y. So other than that, it is pretty standard kind of crap. And I think one more right there, and boom. I love whenever these things come in like this. Continue, make sure that we've got it all redacted the way that it's supposed to be. And one more. Damn it. I don't want that. It was like, here, let's email somebody. No, I don't want to email anybody. That would be horrible. Now, this is always an interesting one. Yes, I know. You want to tell me yes, no, and no. And then one more. There's always something that needs to be redacted on these things. And apply there. Continue. Whew, man, oh man. You're freezing. I'm freezing. I hope not. I'm not too cold. License got buried in bankruptcy. Oh, yes. That is the first thing that I'm going to be looking at. As soon as it comes up, I will share that with you guys, because that is some of the craziest crap I've seen right there. So this thing right here came in, I believe, the day that I had it out. Certified true copy of a notice of non-evidentiary was served electronically via U.S. mail, first-class postage to Larnett, Jerome, Teresa Bender, Kevin Forstuffel, the trustee, on the 20th day of 2026. Dennis Levine. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Hey, how you doing, Lynn Ross? Very interesting, because it wasn't too long after that, and if I'm not mistaken, this came in on the 24th, of yesterday. Yes, yesterday. There was an order denying debtor's motion for extension of time to respond to interrogatories request for production, ECF number 117. Now, if you don't remember, what happened was this Lynette was supposed to be at a nice little hearing, it's not really a hearing. It was more like a deposition kind of thing, where you're supposed to show up and, give your information. Now, the case came before on a status hearing on May 5th. Jeremy Hale's objection to debtor's claims of exemptions regarding homestead. At the hearing, the court took up the motion for extension of time to respond to interrogatories and a request for production on that motion. Yeah, lots happened since then. That was on May the 5th. May, June, July. We're well into July. At the hearing, the court took up their motion. Creditors' counsel did not object to a short extension of time, so the court granted the motion in part. At the conclusion of the hearing, the court directed debtors' counsel to submit a proposed order. Now, that proposed order never showed up. On July 8th, 2026, they issued a notice to submit proposed order staying in pertinent part in accordance with Florida's laws of basically the civil procedure, what needs to happen. Jerome Ransoram is reminded of the requirement regarding timely submission of proposed orders to date, which is more than 75 days from the court's ruling. Debtors' counsel has not submitted a proposed order. This court's local rules require proposed orders to be submitted within 3 business days after the date of the hearing. Debtors' counsel did not submit the proposed order when instructed to by the court as ordered as required by the local rules. For that reason, it is ordered debtors' motion for extension of time to respond to interrogatories request for production is denied. Done and ordered July 24th. The Ransoram is directed to serve a copy of this order on interested parties and file a certificate of service within 3 business days of entry of the order. ECF 130, and then it tells you what the citations were. Crazy crap. Crazy crap that none of this ever happened. And the same day, order denying debtor's emergency motion for protective order regarding deposition and incorporated memorandum of law. Now, the case came before the court for a hearing on July 9, 2026. Debtor's emergency motion for protective order regarding deposition, incorporated memorandum of law. It's like speaking into a hollow room. Emergency motion filed on May 25th. May, June, July. It has been exactly 2 months today. 2 months, and the response in opposition of the debtor's motion for protective order request for award of a fees costs filed by creditor Jeremy Hales, creditor on June 8th, 2026. Counsel for parties submitted competing orders memorializing the ruling of the emergency motion announced at the conclusion of the hearing. The court crafted an instant order by using some language submitted by both parties. The court, having reviewed the emergency motion, the response, the supporting documentation, the competing orders, and the applicable law, and having heard argument of counsel at the hearing, finds and orders as follows. On April 28th, the creditor properly noticed the debtor's deposition to take place on May 27th at 8 a.m., Levy County Courthouse, Bronson, Florida. On May 25th, only 2 days before the scheduled deposition, the debtor filed the emergency motion seeking to postpone or cancel the deposition. The exhibits attached to the emergency motion show that on May 15th, debtor's counsel notified creditor's counsel by email that debtor would be unable to appear for the scheduled deposition on May 27th. On the same date, debtor's counsel advised creditor's counsel that the debtor could appear for the deposition on alternative days of May 26th, 28th, or 29th, or any day thereafter. In response, creditor's counsel reported that the May 27th deposition date had been coordinated over the phone weeks ago and refused to change the date for the deposition. In the emergency motion, debtor admits that the medical procedure that allegedly created the scheduling conflict was arranged months in advance. Whew. Yeah. Specifically, debtor states in the emergency motion, Mr. John Cook is the only other individual able to assist with care for debtor's special needs child during the deposition. Mr. Cook is scheduled to undergo a medical procedure on May 27th, which was arranged months in advance and requires transportation assistance and post-procedure care. The debtor failed to appear at the scheduled deposition on May 27th. Creditor asserts as a result of the debtor's filing of the emergency motion failure to appear for the scheduled deposition, he incurred expenses, including court reporter fees and attorney time spent preparing for the deposition and responding to the emergency motion. According to the laws as incorporated by, and it says, the court reviewed the audio record of the status hearing held on May 5th. At that hearing, debtor's counsel stated for the record that he and creditor's counsel spoke just before the hearing, confirmed, among other matters, the date of the deposition. Requires a party seeking a protective order to demonstrate good cause for the court to issue an order protecting that party from annoyance, embarrassment, oppression, undue burden, or expense. The party seeking the protective order bears the burden of demonstrating good cause for the order. Do you think they ever did? Do you think they ever exposed why there was good reason to do this? No, there wasn't, because it turns out that John Crook shows up at the deposition. Why would he show up at the deposition? If he's capable, if he's the only other one able to take care of the child, then why doesn't he stay his happy ass back in the camper while Lynette drives her sorry ass up there and goes to the deposition? No need for him to be there. What, is she incapable of driving? Jay is being a crybaby. He says he doesn't like you anymore. You are streaming over him. Well, he can get over himself, Faves. He can get over himself. I will smack him around like the dirty little man he is. And by the way, if you guys haven't, make sure that you give Jay a big thumbs up. Look at that man. That man has hit 5,000 subs. 5,000 subs. That's more news. We're going to be going over. Like I said, everything just blew up. There's more. There's more coming. There's more coming. Jay Hip can hold his little horses, or he can hold mine. One of the two. He'll figure it out. A motion for protective order must be timely filed. Failure to file a timely motion for protective order can be grounds for denying the motion, particularly when a party has knowledge of a need for a protective order but remains silent until a conflict occurs. So stop doing that, Michelle, you dimwit. And you should have told your counsel months in advance. Well, according to you, you did, but he failed to do what he was supposed to do. Federal Rules of Civil Procedure applicable in this adversary proceeding provides that if a motion for protective order is denied, the court must require the movement to pay the party who opposed the motion is reasonable expenses incurred in opposing the motion, including attorney's fees, unless the motion was substantially justified or other circumstances make award of expenses unjust. The substantiality justified standard requires more than the mere good faith. It demands a showing that reasonable people could differ as to the appropriateness of the contested action. The rules applicable in this adversary proceeding provides that a court may, on motion, order sanctions. Sanction may include reasonable expenses, attorney's fees caused by parties' failure to appear after being served with proper notice. Thank you so much, Faves, for the gift. She sent me some sunshine. You know, that's what yellow crayons taste like. I love it. You have Shizzy on one phone, Jay on the other. Well, Jay can get over himself. He's been streaming all week. Mr. Coop and D are going to be live with Jeremy tomorrow night. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome, Big Al. Sanctions may include reasonable expenses, the amount and reasonableness of any such fees and costs shall, and we're going to get into Coop too, because Coop's got my number. The amount of reasonableness of any such fees and costs shall be determined after submission of the creditor's affidavit or itemization of fees and costs in any response by the debtor. The filing of the motion for protective order does not relieve a deponent of the duty to appear at a deposition or preclude the imposition of sanctions for failure to appear. To be excused from appearing at a notice deposition, a deponent must obtain an order, not just file a motion. Whew. The emergency motion was not timely filed under the circumstances. The deposition was scheduled for Wednesday, May 27th. Debtor had significant advance knowledge of the scheduling conflict, yet debtor's counsel did not contact creditor's counsel until after the 6 p.m. on Friday, May 15th to notify creditor's counsel of the conflict. It doesn't support the timing of the emergency motion, does not support the protective relief debtor requests. Debtor's knowledge of the medical procedure months in advance, so on and so forth. The debtor's counsel could and should have filed the emergency motion immediately upon notifying creditor's counsel of the conflict on May 15th, if not long before. And they had neither written or argued that the debtor didn't advise counsel. Their last-minute filing of the emergency motion was not the result of an unexpected emergency. Debtor did not obtain a court order postponing or excusing the deposition before the scheduled date. And the filing of the emergency motion without entry of an order staying or postponing the deposition did not relieve the debtor of the obligation to appear. Debtor did not carry her burden to establish good cause for the request of protective order, and under the circumstances, the emergency motion was not substantially justified for the purpose of Federal Rule of Civil Procedures. For that reason, status ordered debtor's emergency motion for protective order regarding deposition incorporated memorandum law denied unless debtor has already appeared for the deposition no later than 21 days from the date of this order. Debtor shall appear in person for a deposition at a reasonable date, time, and location to be agreed upon by parties or as ordered by the court. The creditor's request for an award of reasonable attorney's fees is granted, subject to the court's determination of the amount and reasonableness of the fees and costs requested. Creditor's request for an award of sanctions pursuant to the several rules of civil procedure denied. Any such request must be made by a motion, and so creditor made this request in a response. He needs to file a motion instead. So his request is denied, but doesn't mean that the motion is denied. He needs to file it separately. Within 14 days of this date of the order, counsel for the creditor may file an affidavit of attorney fees and costs, setting forth with particularity the fees and costs claimed to have been incurred as a result of debtor's failure to attend the scheduled deposition. And in opposing debtor's emergency motion, the affidavit shall include sufficient detail to pertinent evaluation, reasonable, blah, blah, blah. In the competing order submitted by counsel, the date for this deposition was July 9th. The attorney submitted creditor's competing opposing order on June 18th. Oh my God, just so much crap. Debtor shall have 7 days from the filing of counsel's affidavit of attorney's fees to file an objection, a response or an objection. Within 14 days after the counsel's response or objection to their fee, the counsel for credit debtor shall confer by telephone in good faith to reach an agreement on the amount of attorney's fees and costs, if any, to be awarded. If the parties are unable to reach an agreement on the amount of attorney's fees and costs after conferring in good faith, counsel for creditor shall file a request for the court to rule on the papers or schedule a hearing to determine the amount appropriate. Ooh, and then it just gives the amount of the award. The court retains jurisdiction to enforce the terms of this order. Counsel for creditor and counsel for debtor are required to confer. And that was also ordered on July 24th, 2026. Now, what we're going to do is, we'll close all those tabs right there. Yeah. So good news. Not only did I have a wonderful, wonderful vacation, a wonderful time. Yes, I probably look tired because I just drove, I don't know, a few hours to get here. So I could hang out with you guys and have a little fun, a little chill time, a little happiness. And nothing like celebrating a little happiness, but celebrate just Jay hitting 5,000 subs. Can you believe this? The guy started doing the YouTubes. What? Not even a year ago. Was it a year ago? Something like that. Man's got 5,000 subs already. Just hammering it away, just busting his ass. I mean, who needs nothing like just one of those big applauds for that man that has done so much to get there. He has done so much to get there. He is constantly out there bumping and grinding, but we know that's what J-Hip does best, is bump and grind. And also, you have Mr. Coop. Now, if you guys don't remember Mr. Coop got his channel demonetized. Could you imagine? You're out here. You've been doing the YouTube for a better part of a decade. And all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. It just gets completely demonetized. I did not tear up the VIP lounge. Yeah, we'll get to you insane people. So bonjour, French. How you doing? Good to see you. Give Jay a pat on his little pear head. That's right. You should give him a pat on his little pear head. Now, of course, then, he did his 90 days, and I did get a chance to hear a little bit of Tugs on my drive back. Oh my gosh. 90 days. The man didn't give up. He didn't hang up his hat. He didn't cry in a corner, although he could have. He could have cried in a corner, but no, he didn't do that. He just put his nose to the grindstone and kept pumping out the information, kept doing the streams. No change. That right there is what's impressive. The man has busted his ass to get out there and continue doing it. He deserves every bit of that monetization getting back. And I love it. I love it that people are still growing. You got Rosalind Duke out there. Hit her 5,000 subs. I think she's getting ready to push 6,000. That's how good Rosalind has been doing. She has been busting ass getting out there, doing it. The expert. Now, if you don't know who the expert is, let me tell you, the expert, good people, did Dollywood again this year. That was 3 years running. During Dollywood, now you also might not know the Broken Baker. Broken Baker has been, suffering in silence with a bunch of LOLcows, and we know who those are. And of course, my good friend Valhalla, was there also, and Mo in the deep end, Rosalind Duke. There was so many people there at Dollywood this year. And it looks like, he's got, expert, the founder of this crapola of FNL that just goes off the rails on a regular basis. The man, the myth, the legend was able to, keep his channel not only monetized, but still growing and still despite everybody trying to tear the man down, he has just been growing his channel. That's what we like to see. He is just shy of 10K. See, that's, yeah, she's pushing 7. Oh, Roz is pushing 7 now. Shizzy is back. Yes, Inspector Bye. Good to see you. And it's this is what YouTube should be all about: watching channels grow and supporting the channels that are doing the growth. Now, you can go and support people like the Macchiatos, and you can support the Fleas if you want to. No, nobody's going to hurt you. Nobody's going to have hurt feelings over that if you support those people. Nobody is going to have hurt feelings if you want to join in their fundraisers, for themselves, because they already said they're not giving it to anybody else. It's for them and them alone. Now, I will be working on a new video this weekend, but I do have a song that I think really, really hits it in the nutsack, because I did a couple of things while I was on vacation. No, I'm not supposed to whenever you're on vacation, but what are you supposed to do at 9 o'clock at night when everybody's worn out from hiking? But, sit down and write music and hope that it turns out good, because I'm not sure if it did or not. I'll let you guys decide. If the music sounds good. Send a high five for 100 jewels. Thank you very much. I appreciate the high five. Look at that. Ooh, you know it. I see it right there. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Dragon Lady. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. And you guys, and if I'm missing anything, I do apologize. GC Adventures. Yeah, most definitely. It has been crazy. So, as you know, I do have this tendency of writing music, really weird music, and I think it's on this one here. Yes, it is. I put this one together, and I hope you guys will find it enjoyable. And let me see if I can get I'm never sure if it's going to do like it's supposed to. Let's see, share screen. That's not what I needed to do. I know that there's something here that I should be doing, but I didn't do it right. Let me see. And what I'll do is I'll put it in studio mode, so that way I can see what it looks like. Share screen, make sure that it does what it's supposed to. And oh God, no, that's completely wrong. That is absolutely, utterly cancel. Yes, that's wrong. Stop the screen share. Why is this acting so weird? Somebody's been messing with my groove here. And why is it that everything, whenever you try to do this, just gets all screwy? All right, so let's move that here and put that there, and then we'll put this here, and we'll do this. Why? Undo. Why is it doing that? Stop. So difficult to get this set up whenever you're right in the middle of doing something, you're just like, oh no, I totally got this. Yeah, no, it doesn't. As much as you want it to, it just doesn't tend to work out the way that you want it to. And let me see, we're going to put in, I think we've got it here somewhere. Why is half my stuff missing? Somebody's been messing with my screens. Somebody's been messing with my screens, and I can't handle it. All right, let me see. Add a new layer, and I will get it in here. Give me a second. I know we have it here. Media files. There it is. Let me get the correct one up here. I know it's here somewhere. I will find you, at someday, sometime. I'm probably using the wrong thing altogether. If I can find a time. There we go. Oh, yeah. There it is. All right. Let me minimize that down to the correct size there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. Let's do this. All right. Look at this. Star Nuts were being naughty again. Now, you guys were being naughty, and as was I. Are you in Shizzy Studio again? Probably. Piff might be in there. Might absolutely be in there. You never know. Let me see if we got a copy of that. And I think if I get this correct, no guarantees it's going to work. Let me see. Where is the there we go. Paste that there. All right, let's see. All right, here is the music that I worked on while I was gone. Just one of them. But that's all you get for today. Just one. Here you go.
Step right up. Open your wallet.
Oh yeah.
Thieves got another emergency.
Oh yeah.
Funny how every crisis ends with them getting paid and everybody else getting fucked. One thief crawls out with a brand new tale. Bullshit story, another tip jar sale. Tears on command, voice shaking just right, and counting them dollars when she logs off at night. Every time creating a fresh disaster. Every dollar redo makes the bullshit faster. Help us survive while the smoke rolls thick. Her pothead bitch on the couch getting lit. They promise the money is going somewhere. Ain't nobody knows and clearly don't care. No plan, no proof, no numbers, no track. Just send them your money, it ain't coming back. Pass the hat, light the bowl, sell another piece of your soul. Cry for the crowd, then laugh at the fools. Pro beggars taking cash, doing nothing for you. Two thieves and a pothead, feet in that face, chicken head. Give us your money, believe every lie. Fuck every donut till they're run dry. Hey! Two thieves and a pothead, what a disgrace. A joint in his hand and a tear on her face. Call it support, but here's what I see. Take that cash for nothing to see. She's got 50 reasons the rent can't get paid, but somehow they're smoking another upgrade. A brand new crisis, perfectly timed when the last donation been drained dry. She'll tell you the haters are making her poor, then shake that cup, pony up more. Every question gets called an attack. Honest accounting might ruin the act. Her husband just nods through the cannabis haze, lost in the fog for consecutive days. His rift is over, stealing from the old. She is screaming, the story is old. Oh, people care, that's how the hustle survives. Generous hearts and convenient lies. Weaponized pity, manufactured despair. Spend every dollar without a care. Where are the receipts? Where did it go? Why does the emergency fund always fund the show? Why does every tragedy come with a payment link? Why does the pothead never run out of stink? Ah! Two thieves and a pothead, feet in that face, chicken head. Give us your money, believe every lie. Fuck every donut till they run dry. Hey! Two thieves and a pothead, what a disgrace. A joint in his hand and a tear on her face. Call it support, but here's what I see. Take that cash for nothing to see. They don't want help, they want funding. They don't want answers, they want money coming. They don't want scrutiny, they want applause. They want loyal little wallets without questions or pause. And once you have given, you've served your role. You're no longer a person, you're a payout hole. They'll flatter you publicly, drain you in private, then call you a hater the second you question the grift. Maybe the lights stay on, Maybe the stash stays green. Maybe the money disappears into places never seen. Maybe tomorrow brings another tragedy to sell, because pity pays better when you're ringing the bell. She'll swear that she loves you, he'll grunt through the fog, then both disappear when you ask for the log. Two thieves and a pothead, feet in that face, chicken head. Give us your money, believe every lie, fuck every donut till they run dry. Hey! Two thieves and a pothead, what a disgrace. A joint in his hand and a tear on her face. Call it support, but here's what I see. Take that cash for nothing to see. So send another 20, buy another excuse, fund another smoke cloud, sponsor another abuse. But when you finally ask what your generosity bought, don't expect an answer. The flea is counting money and the pothead forgot. Two thieves and a pothead. Two thieves and a pothead. Two thieves and a pothead. Feet in that face, chicken head. Give us your money, believe every lie, fuck every donut till they run dry. Two thieves and a pothead, what a disgrace. A joint in his hand and a tear on her face. Call it support, but here's what I see. Take that cash, they are nothing, nothing but thieves.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That one came to me, just at a whim, at an absolute whim. I was like, it's so fitting for those freaks that they go out there, scam people out of tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then say, oh, that was for us in the first place. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then from everything that I've been able to tell, everything that I can see, it sounds to me like they're also threatening her to not talk. Oh my God. That is the craziest stuff. And welcome, J Raiders. Welcome. No redirect. Don't you worry about it. It's okay, Faves. If he doesn't like me that much, it's okay. No, I think big congratulations to Jay. He has been out there hitting it really hard. I mean, it is great that I can go on vacation and people just explode. Not only do you have Rosalind Duke exploding, you got Coop that gets remonetized, you got all these folks out there just doing really good stuff. That was good. Yeah, thank you. No, that one I put together. Like I said, what are you going to do late at night whenever you're working on it? Fun times. The Walrus is begging for $5,000 and LMOP is begging for $4,500. Well, they're all begging, and that's the thing. We over here don't beg. We always thank you for what you do to support the channel. And it is crazy whenever you're posting your little vids. Oh yes, and French Psycho is out there posting his vids. I mean, just watching channels grow, especially at this point in time, because there's so much crazy stuff going on that watching every single channel grow is more than I can even give you.
Venom, lady in black. She listening in the shadows, ready to attack. No warning shot, no polite hello. Has wicked grin and a toxic glow. She's dripping poison like gossip at brunch. A sharp bite and you become her lunch. Sexy till you're twitching on the floor. She's smirking in your face, then comes back for more. Bite, bite, baby, better say your prayers. Venom's got stilettos and homicidal flair. She's vicious, delicious, a queen with a sting. The sexiest nightmare you've ever seen. Pucker up, sugar. Mama's venom tastes sweet.
Venom, Venom, Venom. How are you doing?
Shizzy.
So many. So what have you been up to in destroying the VIP room?
I did not do it, but I did see a masked creature of sorts. I'm just saying. Someone who has been caught behind in locked bars before.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that goes to show you. That goes to show you. I can't leave you kids alone for like 10 minutes before you just tear everything up.
I didn't do anything. I may have had a few drinks, but I didn't do anything.
Well, a few
I've been
drinks.
sick.
Well, that's true. That's true. But you're always sick, you know. I'm going to get you coughing, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Bite me, Venom. That's what French Psycho
No,
says. Just...
no, French. Bite me. No, wait, I take that back. You will.
Bite you right on the caboose. Oh my gosh. So what all have I missed? I mean, there's been so much going on. Not
Oh
only
my
with
God, we got flipping and flopping. We got whipping and swapping. It's happening, Shizzy. It's happening.
I mean, didn't we say this was going to happen?
Oh yeah, yeah.
A year ago.
Yeah, we called it like at the start of the body cam videos. We said, she was putting her foot on the gas again because the attention was off of her.
Yeah.
No one wants to listen to us when we say, we kept trying to tell her, you're not relevant to them anymore. And as soon as they get their cases going, as soon as, Lips was back in court, she was going to take the spotlight, and voila, it happened.
Yep. Because Lynette's a liability for them.
Well,
because they have to answer for all this money that's disappeared.
Oh, well, no, there's now an answer. So Lynette started streaming from her own channel. Like we've all been telling her, you've got a YouTube channel. Why are you giving them the views? You gave her an interview while you're under a court order in a lawsuit, in a bankruptcy. Go talk on your own channel. Well, she did. And the flea didn't like it.
Oh,
no.
Did she private more of her streams again?
Yep. Immediately. Yeah. And with the saying of, so I'm showing this right now. and then I'm going to put it behind the firewall. I mean the paywall. And she did.
That's stupid. I get such a kick out of it that they think that they're doing something whenever they put it behind a private paywall.
I don't know what part of when you show your stream and then you private it, it is not protected. It's not copyright. What your chat says, you don't own the font. You don't own the words. You don't own the transcripts. People that are ADA protected for real in life with hearing or visual problems usually use, subtitles or just the voice part of it. But, I mean, she is almost a lawyer,
Well, almost. Only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and interballistic missiles, and I don't have any of those.
Yeah, I don't either. But boy, I'll tell you. So Lynette does a couple videos. Well, first there was the almighty let's grift for Lisa's legal fees from Lips, telling the viewers to send money, and if everybody chipped in $5, she'd have a lawyer.
Yeah, I did hear. I did hear some of that, and I think I covered that before I left. It was like right before I left that had come up, and I believe I showed that over on Rumble. Like the actual language that they were using
Yeah,
was all about making them get them paid,
exactly.
because they were having the absolute worst time making any kind of money. That's where blah 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 came from, and liar, and bring them down.
Yeah.
um
So
it's
then, Lynette did a video. Well, she's done a couple that she deleted. And, one of the first ones was about, she's going to start doing her own videos and, get monetized and make her own money. And, well, the flea went on with a video with her and, Gaby talking. And Gabe pretty much expressed what he felt about Lynette. Ooh,
what
not
did he
good.
have to say about do you think Gabe's a little mad that
Oh,
she didn't use him as the subcontractor to do the build out in the barn dominium? Because
well,
that's what they were pushing for.
Well, yeah. I mean, from the time they put up the fence, it was all about, Gabe was going to do the work. It was going to be all them doing it. They didn't need permits. Remember,
Oh,
she made a
yeah.
plan with John Cook last year. We don't need
Oh.
permits. We're just going to do it, and we're going to get the framing done, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, except you can't, whenever you do that kind of crap, you can't get you cannot get it certified, which means that you could do the work, but they will not sign off on it. They,
Right. And LP
the
had an
county, the
opinion about
city,
that.
none of it will sign off on it unless you can actually show the work,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
even LP said last year, no, you're not going to do that because they'll come in and tear it all down.
Yes.
But
Well,
then,
it's not that they'll tear it all down. They'll just make you tear, like, for and because I've done enough builds, that whenever you're doing this, the building inspector has to come in and they have to check all of the electrical. They have to check all the studs, the spacing on the studs, make sure it has the correct supports, make sure the bottom supports are correct, make sure everything is done. Each step along the way has to be inspected before you can move on to the next. So if you're putting in an electrical panel, they have to come in and make sure all the electrical is done. It's not like you can just run, one electrical outlet. It has to be up to code. Like everything has to be checked, made sure that it's up to code before you can move on to the next. So what they were talking about was coming in, throwing in electrical, framing it all out, drywalling it, and then trying to get a permit to basically a certificate of occupancy. But what would have happened is they would have come in and they would have said, no, you need to pull all the drywall off. We need to check everything behind the drywall.
yeah, well, there's other issues now because Lynette's other video said, well, we need, 4,500 that turned into 4,800 for a lawyer. And then there were, or not the lawyer, I'm sorry, uh permits and blueprints, but there's
Yeah.
issues with the blueprints because they found out that the floor joist wasn't done right, nothing was sealed in.
Right.
Basically, she said the loft that was supposed to be there because it was done with no stairway, no room to put a staircase in, no drawing
Right.
that showed a loft. So she went over everything and said, well, we can't build the house anymore. We can't do the barn. It's not going to work. And then she said, we actually need like 30,000. And then she goes, well, actually 35,000.
to, to what? Do blueprints?
Well, no, it was 4,500 for blueprints and the permitting, but they weren't going through Otter Creek because Zim and Rex. Zim is there and Rex is. She's got him trespassed. I don't know what his uh trespass warning has to do with a permit, but okay. But
Well,
she
no,
said she
because
had
he
somebody
wouldn't
else
be the
that would
one.
permit her.
Even if he has a trespass on her property, he's not the one that would actually do the permitting.
Right. I don't even think he would be the one stepping on the property to
No.
inspect it. It has nothing to do with town council or them. It has to do with building.
I
So,
mean, it's the same way whenever we saw him putting up the fence. They do all the shady shit. Like,
mhm.
oh well, we totally like mixed our own concrete and poured it. It was just like, whenever I looked at it, it did not look right. I was like, it looks like they put the ground, they put those posts in the ground, and they came back and said, well, if they were looking, they would. No, we were just observing the way that it looked. It looked like they were just dumped in the ground and set up there. And they were just like, oh, we did concrete, but you can't do concrete like that in Florida. It doesn't
Especially
work.
in the ground.
No, you have to. There's so much more that you have to do that they more than likely didn't do. And I wouldn't be surprised if they have another hurricane that comes along that it doesn't just tear that fence all to hell.
Well, I mean, she was lucky the end of 2024, that last one that flooded all of
Right.
Florida, hit Tennessee and North Carolina. She's really lucky that that didn't come more inward
Oh yeah.
towards Otter Creek because she would have lost it then. I mean,
Well,
they did have some damage to the property back then, but nothing really major.
well, it's funny that you'd say that. I was up in North Carolina, up in the Black Mountains. I think that's
Hmm.
right, Black Mountains, in that area. So we actually did some whitewater rafting one of the days that we were up there, and was talking with our guide. She's originally from Florida and moved up during the coof is whenever she moved up to North Carolina. So she got to experience what happened, what the river looked like before and what it looks like now. And she was just like, yeah, I mean, the path of the river has changed. A lot of the structure that was there before has completely changed. It was absolutely devastating up there.
Yeah.
And she was talking about somebody that just happened to be out of town and, had something that they were handling, I think in South Carolina, and they weren't able to get back in time. It turns out they lost all 12 of their family members.
Oh, wow.
They were the last one. Like, we're talking like aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters, father, mother, just 12 relatives gone, like wiped off the planet, gone. They never found hide nor hair of them.
It's sad. I mean, that storm, like I said, she's really lucky that they really didn't suffer much damage other than a few
They did.
pieces of their property went blowing.
And I do want to give Jay a big shout out. Like, congratulations, man. 5K, that is awesome. It really is, man.
Yeah, he's
And
growing a real fruit salad over there.
he is a fruit salad. What are you talking about? That paraheaded
Well,
son of a bitch. I'm glad to see that, Jay. I really am. I'm absolutely proud of you. See what happens when I go out of town. Like all kinds of hell breaks loose. Even good things happen. Jay hits 5K, which means that he's at least 10,000 above. What the fleas real numbers are. And then you've also got Mr. Coop gets monetized, remonetized.
well,
I mean,
yeah.
I
I
mean, like,
turned my monetization on.
oh, that's right. You got monetized. You've got
Well, I've been
monetization.
monetized for a while. I just didn't initiate it.
Oh, didn't initiate it. She's initiating the sexual desires.
That's right. I have started the memberships. That's right. And I do have a bone to pick with Big Dirt. Yeah, he keeps picking up. He picked on me and told me that he gives all his money to Jay, so he can't help the broke on poor fund for me.
Oh, well,
He won't
no,
share.
I'm used to that. I'm used to that. You know, not getting any money because you know Jay just takes all of the money. You know,
Yeah, he does. He does. He really
well,
does.
it's better than it going to Gabe. You know, because Gabe would just put it up his nose. Rumor
Well,
has it.
speaking of other money, so now you heard that Bone Crusher was like hitting up his viewers.
Oh yeah, he was. What now? I heard a little bit about that on Tugs. What now? Let me see if I got this right. He's telling his viewers to go support the flea, to have a lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
That we already know that the flea isn't going to use the money for the lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. People that, were posting that they don't have money, they can't make the bill payment at the end of the month, they're barely making ends meet. And Megan was showing the comments that he was like, okay, thanks, like giving them, hearts and kisses and just kind of blowing them off like, yeah, right. Mm-hmm. And then, we do have a big sale that's happening, and I think the flea is probably going to buy it for a whole new line of feather covered peens. I see it now. The peen factory is going to be selling feather eggplants, feathered cucumbers. It's going to be a whole line of chicken stuff because Lynette is selling all her chickens, the coop, the nesting box, everything must go for $200.
Like that's selling Mr. Coop. Why is she selling Mr. Coop? I would think Mr. Coop's worth more than $200 now. Come on.
Well, I would think so too, but just don't let Mrs. Coop know that she's got a hen nesting box. Yeah. She's selling the nesting box too.
Well,
What I
she
don't
does
get
have.
is why isn't she selling the tortoises and the turtles that are worth more?
Well, because she can. It's a rescue. Thank you very
Well,
much, Kippy.
I don't
Kippy
think
has
it's the
joined.
rescue part. I think it has something to do with the USDA certification that you have to get them inspected and certified every year with them because they're not native to Florida.
Ah, that might be it also. I gotta give a big shout out to Kippy has become a newest member. Thank you, Kippy.
Welcome to the Schitt Show.
Yes.
Every single day.
It's right here.
A new
No place
flavor
like it
of
on
fuckery.
YouTube's.
'Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, and then 4 more days.
4
of
more
increasingly
days.
Stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Yeah, all over again.
Ooh, thank you, Kippy. That is awesome.
You said you had caught what you did, the Rumble when Lips was last on. So you did hear her mention your name, right?
She mentioned my name again.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
No.
Your threat against her children. The don't come looking behind closed doors. How that threatens her children, other than
I've
saying
never threatened her family, nor her children.
no, no. You were just
No.
saying you shouldn't be exposing people because if you do and you take me to court, you're not going to like what you find. It's just
No.
a way of saying you don't want trouble. Don't start trouble. You don't want lawsuits. Don't start stuff you can't finish.
Yeah, you don't go digging into me. It's a bad idea, Jay. Thank you so much, Jay. Jay says I'm paying it for one super chat, but that is all you get. I'm going broke over here. Crook takes all your money. Well, yes, he does. He does. I did see that picture. It was a picture of Jay Hip bottle feeding the John Crook. I loved it. I don't know who made that, but that's absolutely awesome. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate
Well,
you, brother.
Crook is moving up in the world too. He became a mod for a certain channel. I'm not going to name the channel, but he's not modding for the flea, let's say, or anybody on the anti side. Well, I guess it would be newer anti side.
Oh, what is he modding for Paint Chip? You said
No, not paint chip. Mm-mm.
J Hip.
Well, I mean, Jay would be lucky to have him. I heard he's a pretty good mod.
Does he give shout outs to J Hip and stuff like that? I
Well,
mean,
yeah, in the crook way.
well, I mean, I've seen the way that he goes after Travis. You know,
Well,
he's
yeah, I mean, he does have an eye for Travis. I mean, that is his little stinky poo.
it is his little stinky boo. He just likes giving that little rub down. Say, oh, oh, oh,
I think
stinky
he's got a
boo.
pineapple for Jay, though.
I think he's got a pineapple. Thank you, Jen. Jen keeps it real. Has been here for 5 months. Thank you, Jen.
Welcome to the
Thank you,
Schitt
Jen.
Show.
Thank you.
Every single day, a
Oh,
new
yes.
flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday,
Yes.
and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Yeah, it all over again.
Hey, Miss Stahl, thank you. And I did see that Ashley was in here a little bit.
Yeah,
Ashley is
and
so
Jason, her
it
husband.
is so good to see Ashley and Jason, and you guys have just been knocking it out of the park too. I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. Like before I left, all this stuff was starting to really go absolutely crazy on Ashley. And thank you, Allie. I appreciate Allie Riddell. It's so wonderful. She says, thank you. She celebrates 5 months. Also, you guys are just you just can't get enough of this song, can you?
Welcome to the Schitt Show. Every single day,
They're trying to break me.
a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Yeah,
6 things.
it all over again.
You're gonna run out of fingers.
And Rogue Pirate, look, they just keep rolling in. They're saying, I want to hear this song as much as possible. We got Rogue
Welcome
Pirates
to
just
the
like
Schitt Show.
Well, you guys want to hear
Every
the song, you know
single
what you gotta
day.
do. Super
They do it.
A new flavor of fuckery. Cause
T42 has been here for 27 months.
Woohoo!
Monday, Tuesday,
Rogue Pirate.
Wednesday,
all you guys.
And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant,
Boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
Yeah, it all over again.
The banjo night. Stacy's like, the banjo night was crazy. Yeah, it was.
That was one of the best nights. 2 hours of banjo.
That's about what it was. It got crazy. Like it wouldn't stop. It was just like every time I'd say something, it'd be like, yeah,
How that night, I think myself alone, I think I dropped probably about 10 or 11 $1.99 chats just to keep you playing the music.
it shows the love. Shows the love.
That's right. That's right.
Crook takes all the money. Jenny, don't you lose my number.
You know, I hope Lynette's listening because I'm going to say something to her right now. Lynette, open your eyes. Pay attention to the fact that they're still cuddled around John. You say you love your child, you better look at who's pairing up with your ex.
Yeah.
They don't have nothing nice to say about you, and they're going after how poorly you treat the two other people living on your property.
Oh, that is interesting. That's an interesting thought because, you know, as much as she goes, oh, she means so much to me. And then you talk really nice about John and how, you know, he's such a good daddy and all this kind of stuff. And you know, what happens whenever John says, well, you're a horrible person, you know, look at the things that you've accused me of that they've found no proof of. And then they just take that child and guess what? They have a couple of guardian attorney. Well, one that used to be a guardian attorney, one that is currently a guardian attorney.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen, Lynette? What do you think's going to happen in all this? You think you're just gonna walk away from this whenever they say, oh, look at all the horrible things she's done that she's been proven to done, and the only one that's been there for her is John, you know?
Yeah. And the sad part is, Shizzy, she just started referring to him as the father and calling him daddy when she speaks about him with the child. And it's like anytime before that, he was John. So, I mean, Lynette, you should really check who you're calling friend and who you've allowed in. You say we're all bad and we're trying to misdirect you and, you know, we're all so evil. You wish us, you know, the evil prayer, even though you try to make it sound like you're saying some kind of positive prayer for us. But you might want to consider those closest to you because those who smile in your face.
Is it this? Is it this? The evil eye? Yeah, I can never remember.
Well, the evil eye is to protect against ill wishes and fake well wishes, you know.
Well, good luck on that. Maybe she needs to find herself some Jeebus.
Oh, well, you know, at this point, I'll tell you, if it was me personally in that situation, I would pack up what I have. I'd take the child, I'd get an apartment and tell them all to kiss my patootie.
Well, they've got, I mean, that whole crazy stuff is, and I mean, I don't know how to approach this because it's the most insane shit that I've seen in a couple of weeks. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So Lips is filing. Lips filed what, 16, 17 filings?
Yeah, in one day. Mm-hmm.
No, we're talking about over multiple days. We're not talking about in one day. We're talking about this latest bunch has been over multiple days. Yeah. So she and the whole time she's saying, I'm not a frivolous litigant, but that's all it is like tons of documents and none of it, if you look at it as a whole, it looks like absolute garbage.
Well, I tried to look at some of her exhibits to see what she had for evidence and exhibits, and
no,
there's nothing there. I was watching Tug, and it was like, guess what? Not only are the letters out of sequence, but he's like, oh, let's look at this exhibit. Well, there's no exhibit to look at. Let's look at this exhibit. Well, there's nothing there either.
I looked at that too, and I'll probably be going over some of those this week for the morning streams. If you guys haven't seen, I'm doing morning streams now during the week. And it's just because I got back in town and I was like, there's so much going on that I need to at least get sort of caught up. I haven't even dug into the macchiato shit yet. Which is a whole nother realm of bullshit.
Stuff, you heard what Valhalla did.
Yeah, it killed a fish.
Yeah. He gave her advice and her fish died. But she don't listen to him or take advice, but she's blaming him nonetheless. Valhalla 86'd her fish.
Well, as he should have. Because, you know, if you don't know the difference between a saltwater and a freshwater fish, you're not supposed to put freshwater fish in saltwater.
Somehow I picture her taking table salt and shaking it in the water as a last ditch effort. Swim, little fishy, swim.
Well, and that's the thing is I worked in a pet store at one point in time, and I learned that you're not supposed to drain the tanks all the way down.
No, and not every day either.
Oh God, no. It's like, and sometimes not at all. Depends on whether you have the correct, cleaning that's happening in there. Like a good ecosystem, you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, like I said, we haven't even got into the crazy macchiatos yet. So it's there is so much like that's happened over the past like week that I'm just like, there's like so much that I can't even keep up with all of
There
it.
was a date that happened too.
A date?
Yeah. 7-Eleven went on a date with Mr. Not So Able.
Not so able. You talking about Sad Dad?
You sad dad, yeah, not so able.
She went on a date with Sad Dad?
Yeah. Well, he was invited to a function at a roller rink, and she crashed it, but it turned into a date. Her and him, oh, they look so cute sitting together.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just unhappy and drunk?
Well, probably drunk. I mean, they were smiling, but she's got the cutest little video of his little dad bod roller skating all around the empty roller rink.
Oh, I bet that was special. I bet that was.
At some point, he may as well enjoy the ride while he's having fun with it, because he's trashed her a couple of times behind her back, but recovers. But people don't seem to get this is their whole play. They pretend to fight each other, and then behind the scenes, they're all gathering up what they're going to do next.
Yeah, it sounds like a shit show. That is pretty common in the YouTube verse. Whenever you don't have anything.
I mean, when you're trying to build an ecosystem and all you get is an echo, it should tell you something.
Yes. I mean, you don't see much difference right there. And Yamaha, that's perfect. Valhalla hates Disney. It's his revenge on Nemo, one fish at a time. Well, and speaking of the Yamaha, I mean, I'm looking at Sunday having a Sunday Spice, so I'll have to send out the invites on that one. And
Well,
probably
Yamaha might be busy on the Toy Story tour. I heard his horse has been doing the ads with Woody and Buzz.
Stop messing with Yamaha. I'll have to put a hurting on you, Venom. I will bite. I'll bite your thumbs off.
I love Yamaha.
Who doesn't love Yamaha? Come on.
I've got to pick on this floaty pony.
This floaty pony. You're just so bad. You're so bad. No, I mean, we've got like this whole next week is going to be crazy because
He said that crackhead is not his horse.
that crackhead's not my horse.
Another one who's going to make me cough.
Oh my gosh.
You guys
Oh,
are just trying to turn me into the flea here, right?
yes. That's what they're trying to do. Trying to get you to hack up a couple of lungs. Oh my
I'm telling you,
gosh.
I think my left lung has gotten squatter rights on my body or something, man.
Well, and I made a mistake. I do want to apologize to all of my audience right now that I thought I had uploaded part 3 and I didn't. I uploaded part 2 again. So if you saw one get pulled down, it was just a rehash of part 2. I don't know why it did it twice. I thought I had the right one in there. The right one in there. Apparently I did not. I had the wrong one, and it was the same video over again. So I actually pulled it down. And I'll probably upload the correct one later on this week. But yeah, those haven't been getting any strikes on them. They're all like, completely up.
So they're legitimate body cam videos, is what you're saying. they're publicly available to view. They're not toss worthy.
Well, I mean, Gabe might be tossing off to them, but I don't know.
Oh. Well, Gabe
I
sure
mean,
was definitely tossing off on LP boy. Oh yeah, he was tearing into her.
so what did he
Mm-mm-mm.
have to say? What did he have to say?
Oh, just that how ungrateful they are, and all she did to help these people, and all the flack his wife is getting, and poor his wife, and mean boo them. Oh yeah, he was
No,
not nice.
no, it has nothing to do with the flack that she's getting has to do with her behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
her shitty behavior is the reason why she's getting all the flack. Mr. Coop, congratulations, brother. I ought to send Coop an invitation just because,
Mr.
if he,
Coop's legitimate.
I know, and I want to give him a big congratulations because that is absolutely wonderful. Where do I find him? Damn it. I think he's on X, right?
Well, you look under Lynette's sale paper.
Look, I can, man, I've got so many people that have been reaching out to me and talking to me over the past like few days. They're just like, hey, what's going on? Did you see this? And I'm like, and I see it, but I'm not able to absorb it because I've got like 5 minutes to look at stuff. So what I'll do, I think I'll just email it to him. That's the quickest way. It's because I don't know if Coop has has an X account. I don't know because I'm
I
I'm
don't
so
know.
slack. I'm so behind the times on stuff. Let me see. Let me go to Cooper. Mr. Cooper. There he is. Yeah. And is he using the Yahoo or the I think he's using the Gmail. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he's
Gmail.
using yeah. Because I got to give him a big and of course it'll take him like a half hour to figure out how to log on to EV Mux. and I did catch a bit of Coops while we were on the road. I put in my earbuds so I can just listen to stuff, and that way my wife doesn't get annoyed because she's like, YouTube, I hate it. It takes my husband away from me. No, she doesn't care to listen. So I was listening to a little bit of it. Yeah, Gmail. There you go. See, I hope you had a great vacation. I did have a great vacation. I mean, can't you tell? I'm all like wind blown and sun swept and playing with grizzly bears. Well, they were just black bears, but
Yeah, you're out having fun while I'm in, the last stages of life in my bed, clinging to Kleenex and cough syrup like there's no tomorrow.
don't worry. I
Star
was
got sick.
Star was sick before I left because I reached out. I was like, are you okay? Because I haven't heard from you. She's like, oh, I've been sick, and I'm just like, oh, that's why.
I think she gave it to me.
Probably. It
Hmm.
could be. Probably could be because you guys keep trying to get me knocked up. Turns out
Well,
it was a false pregnancy.
oh, now it was a false pregnancy. So what are you
Yeah.
saying? I might not be sterile?
I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. It could be
Well,
anything.
that's okay, Shizzy, because you know what? T42 popped my membership cherry.
Nice. T42 became a member. That's
He
awesome.
was my very first membership.
Nice.
Yep.
Ah,
I sent her an email and I said, "Thank you. You have taken my YouTube cherry."
love it. I love it.
She
Ah,
paid for it.
cooties. I like that game.
Oh, and Liz Barn, yeah, she's telling me I've got cooties. Hmm.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, she probably gave them to me.
Did you? Yes, I saw that. K-Matt. K-Matt says, "Did you see you got another membership on Just Jays?" Yes, it happens.
Oh yeah, yeah. The internet heard about that, Shizzy.
Bet they did.
You better stop making. You better change your name or something because they're watching your name every month.
I had a great vacation for a week in a hospital. Oh, Kippy, that's no fun. Oh, that's not a fun vacation unless you got like some hot nurses. Then it's all well worth it, especially if they're gonna like touch you in your privates, get them all like clean.
Yes, Ellie, I must have passed it to you too. I am going to share just like everybody has shared with me. Here's my cooties.
Venom cooties.
Venom cooties. I sprayed you with my saliva.
Volstorm got one too. Yeah,
now.
Volstorm is lucky because he has a hard time getting even on his best friend experts. He has a hard time getting memberships.
Well, I mean, Volstorm is on less than I am. Every time I start to get something moving on my channel, I swear, this has been the worst summer. I have never been sick as much as I have this summer.
Well, I have not been sick this summer, but I'm just stopped up like all the time. You would think that I spent my time, in Florida.
Were you snowing in Florida? Were you skiing in Florida?
No. No, I mean we did the white water rafting. We didn't take the littles on that. So it was just the older boys, their girlfriends, and I mean we just had a great time. We actually had to go in 2 different rafts. Oh, cult Lord, did you hear?
It's fun, man. Where do I sign up for that?
Yeah, well, I mean, thank you for the 20.
No, Shizzy, you don't get to give me a sponge bath this month, okay? Because you've been on vacation, you've been out touching grass and having fun, and you were possibly knocked up by stars. So you're going to have to wait until next month's rollover.
Oh my gosh. I don't have an intro. I don't have an intro for this guy, but I think, this is probably one of the best things that I can do because it is a congratulations to the coop.
Joyful time, it's your special day. Gather round, we're here to say happy birthday to the shining star. Let's celebrate you no matter where we are. Tequila and margaritas, party through the night. Cake and candles, the mood is just right. As the candles flicker, make a loving toast to the one we adore the most. Happy birthday.
Mr. Coop, brother.
Mr. Coop.
How you doing, brother? I don't think he's muted. No, he's not muted. He might be on the wrong microphone.
Yeah, you might have to check his.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yeah, I figured I'd be back before the song finished, but I wasn't.
Congratulations, Coop got remonetized.
Yep.
Yeah,
Legit again.
Yeah,
Back on the board.
that was a long road, but boy, oh boy, it's finally happened. It finally got it back.
But you know what? Your channel is just going to come back stronger.
Oh yeah. I haven't lost any subscribers. Matter of fact, I've been growing the whole time.
Yeah, he has.
I think I've since the 90-day hit. I think I brought in over 100 subscribers. I think.
Nice.
And
nice.
I wasn't monetized, but I wasn't going to give up on anybody. I was going to just plug away every day, because these fine people, they come to see what I have to say. I am not going to disappoint them.
No. I mean, that you've been like just and that's what people don't understand about the YouTube. You don't put it behind a paywall.
No,
I mean,
no. Well, there were days that I thought, do I even want to fool with it today? I'm not monetized, and I always think of the chat, and the chat's what always brings me back to it. I can't let these guys down.
No, and I mean, I was listening to you and Tug talk about this, and I was just like absolutely, like I couldn't agree with you any more than that. Just like you've been just grinding and covering as much as you possibly can, and there's so much out there.
Oh yeah, I mean the past couple of weeks it has just floored it. If it's not between the ramblings of a mad woman on her social media sites, it's court filings dropping.
Yes, and oh my God, I totally forgot about that. I had that one to show today also. It's the little do scoop. Yes.
Yeah. What was it? How many pages was in the one filing? Was that Lips that had 60, or was that one of the?
Oh no!
Lost on who had the big 60, 70? No, yeah, that was Lips, I think.
Well,
yeah, Lips had a big filing that came in. Matter of fact, it was 220 pages.
I still haven't seen the 220 pages.
Well, it came out in two parts. It came out, the first part was not very big.
The 18 pages.
Yeah, and the majority of it on the second part was over 200 pages, I think, or quite close to 200 pages of exhibits. I still don't have the exhibits.
No, I haven't seen any of the exhibits.
I don't think she has them either.
Well, but what I was referring to was this one right here, where everybody was just saying, "Oh, this can't be possible," and it was this right here, the order denying Deuce's motion to vacate for lack of standing, when everybody was saying, "Oh no, they don't know what they're talking about," because I actually was listening in on the hearing. I was there for the hearing. I saw everything that happened. And it was so quick. This hearing was over in less than 10 minutes.
Thank you, baby.
He's such a great lawyer. I wonder why he hasn't talked about this great filing yet.
Well, and it's one of those where basically it just said that and like I said, the judge was not hearing any of it. He says there's no standing for this argument that he's making.
I did like the fact that he allowed them each to talk. I mean, he told them right in the beginning, "Hey, this ain't going nowhere, but here's the stage," and he allowed them to talk. And then he basically at the end said, "Well, sorry."
Well, he probably figured, guy's paying a pretty big buck for at least one of those attorneys to be there, so we may as well let him talk.
Well, no, I mean, and one of them, which we got new information on, which we didn't know about. Thank you, Polymopkis, for the awesome from Mr. Coop saying enjoy being one of his Shizzy wannabe music video sources. Thanks for your inspiration. Anytime, brother. No, you everybody does their own style, and your style is and it's good that it's different than mine, and people enjoy it just as much. And that's what I love about it.
But I like the way he can just whip them out right there on the spot sometimes. I mean, we'll be talking about a certain motion or something, and he'll go whip something up that, pertains to that motion. Like the other day, I can't remember what it was, but it was something about vexatious litigant, and he did a good job with it.
Yeah.
He does a lot of good stuff. He made me a disclaimer for my channel. I was so excited to play it, and that was the day that I switched out my mic and muted myself again.
Well, and this one here said that the response and opposition argument of counsel, the court having considered the motion of response, argument of counsel being otherwise fully advised, states as followed, accordingly is ordered and adjudged that the court concludes as a matter of law, the movement being a non-party lacks standing to file the motion, therefore the motion is denied. And it was just as simple as that. And that was the thing that the judge was saying, was whenever I was in on that hearing, the judge, because you first had, everybody saying who they were, what part they were, and then it was his counsel, which we didn't know for sure if he was being represented in the Florida bar, but apparently the one that is representing him in the Florida bar motions, whatever's going on there, was the one that showed up and said, hey, we need to have this taken away, blah, blah, blah. We need, the court's not, and the judge pretty much said right then and there is just like, well, he doesn't have any standing to bring the motion. And then of course he let, his attorney represented him in this matter. It's so amazing. He has so much money to do this. Represented him in this matter, in that particular courtroom, steps in and starts throwing stuff on there, just trying to throw shade on Randy, saying, well, these are appellate filings and blah, 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 blah. And the judge lets him finish. And then he goes to Randy and he says, Mr. Shockett. And Randy's just like, I agree with you, Judge. There's no standing. And the judge said, that's the ruling on it. There wasn't anybody sitting there trying to talk shit about Bruce, which, Bruce, we've seen how he likes to talk shit about other attorneys and judges and anybody else that disagrees with him. And it was just quick. I was like, this is how these court cases should move. If Lynette was smart, which I think we're coming to the realization she's not, if she was smart, she would have her attorneys be like those attorneys were, to the point, done and over with.
Well, Tug did post a very interesting question to her the other day, and I'll ask it again. Is she sure that the attorney in her bankruptcy represents her? That any of them represent her?
Well, and see I heard what Tug said. Here's the problem that Saran Wrap's going to run into, and I've followed enough court cases to understand this. If, for example, if Mr. Coop was suing Venom, okay, imagine that. And then you've got Rogue Mama, for example, says, well, I know that Mr. Coop can't afford an attorney, but Venom's got tons of money. She can afford, attorneys like crazy. And so what I'm going to do is I want to pay Shizzy all this money to represent Mr. Coop in this. Okay. Now here's where the problem that you run into. Just because the person is paying that money to help Mr. Coop does not mean that I represent the person paying me the money. The person that I represent would be Mr. Coop.
Exactly.
Okay. And nobody else do I answer to except for Mr. Coop. So whenever, Rogue Mama is sitting there paying me all this money and says, I need to know what's going on in this case, I can tell her with all honesty, you need to piss off.
Shut up.
Exactly.
My wig.
Now, straight up, I appreciate you and Megan showing the body cam stuff. Okay, that I don't care about how she looks. I don't care about her garage. I cared about her attitude, the way she acted, and to me, the way she acted in those body cam videos, she was a bully. I think she's been a bully her entire life. I think she's a control freak, and if she's paying these lawyers, I guarantee you, she is talking to these lawyers. Now, that's just my opinion.
Oh, no, Mr. Coop, I think she actually did admit that she was talking to at least the Ohio lawyer. It was one of the lawyers that she go on air and say that she was speaking to her lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
If I was Lynette, I would be putting my foot down. Look, I don't care where the money came from. You represent me. It's none of their business what's going on behind the scenes with me and whatever you're representing me with.
No, because they're tanking her case. Like in the bankruptcy case, they're tanking it. They're absolutely tanking her case.
Shizzy, you could probably answer this for me. Okay. Speaking of that, she's being represented by Saran Wrap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Lisa, or two L's, is behind the scenes talking to him. To me, that's breaking confidentiality, isn't it?
Yes.
Attorney-client privilege. Yep.
So she could literally sue him for that.
She could sue him and the flea for that.
There
Yep.
you go.
Now, it's not just one. She can sue both of them for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. It's no different than like, unless she's given approval for him to give information to the flea.
Gotcha.
If she's given permission, then it doesn't matter. Like that, they'd be able to argue that all day. Just like, nope, she gave permission for me to give her all of the updates on it. But if he is not doing the best for his client, and he's doing the best for the person that's paying him the money, she has every ground to be able to sue. Like if he tanks her case, for example, if he tanks her case and that case gets dismissed and kicked out of bankruptcy court, she could sue the ever living hell out of him for that.
Yeah. I even think she's got a case against Bruce. Look what they've done to her. I mean, she was in trouble as it was with this case with Jeremy. And she should have just let it go when Silverman got her out of the temporary restraining order that they had no right having to begin with. And I'm sorry, Lynette, I know you don't like hearing those words, but it's true. You should have just let it go.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also an uphill battle, because here's the thing: if you're going to sue your attorney, it's going to take a lot of money to do. Okay, it's not going to be cheap, and he will fight it tooth and nail, because the last thing he needs is a sanction on him. Her best bet, and then this is if he's truly giving out information, her best bet is after the bankruptcy case has concluded, not in the middle of the bankruptcy case. As soon as he's no longer representing her. If he did a piss poor job, she can file a bar complaint against him at that point in time. She can't do it while they're in litigation.
Got it.
Because anything that you file while you're in litigation usually gets completely just kicked down the road.
Well, if you think about it, she can literally prove this. Because, I mean, these people, this is what shocks me with all of these people, is the fact that they cannot control what they say. They go on these live streams and they just say, "Here, Jeremy, here's a plate full of evidence to take me to court with." And they are their own worst enemies. It's oh man, stupidity is one of the funniest things that I find out in the world. And listening to these people just offering up all of this information, and then what's truly astounding with these people is when they try and say, "Okay, well, you're harassing me." Do they even know what the word harassing means?
Well, if they're not sure, they can go back and replay their recordings of what they're saying and doing to Jeremy, to you, to Megan, to Tug, to Shizzy, to Rosalind, to anybody who speaks or utters anything about giving an opinion or trying to stream in fair use that they claim we can't do.
Oh yeah, well, and that's the thing; they can claim anything they want to. But here's what I concluded a while back, and this had to do with dealing with Bruce. These people, if they do file a lawsuit against you, Bruce might be the only one that would, although he knows it would just be a losing venture. He would be about the only one that would against me. I'm just using me for an example. The only way that they're going to be able to file anything against me is if I did something that's so untoward that they could, like, for example, Bruce has said, "Oh, you've defamed me," and I've said, "Where have I defamed you? Point it out. I'll retract whatever needs to be retracted."
I don't think they know the definition. I think they try and twist the definitions to fit their narrative. Yeah,
Bruce
he
knows
should.
the definition. I also during that time I realized that the fleas are never going to sue. That they basically will do everything they can to try to get under your nerves so you'll sue them. Okay? Because that's the only way that they can get any content. Okay?
Oh,
If Mr. Coop goes out and tries to sue the flea, they will use that for content all day. But what they'll do is they'll say enough shit that and they'll say it where it crosses the line, hoping that you will file a lawsuit. So that way they can come back and say, ha, 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 look at this. They're coming after us for speaking the truth. They've never spoken the truth a day in their fucking life.
that would be a huge mistake on their part, because I don't give a crap what anyone says about me. You got an opinion, have it. I don't care. Because every time my name is in your mouth, that's free advertisement for me, baby. I'm going to sit back here and I'm going to laugh at every stupid thing that comes out of their mouth, because that's the best entertainment for free you can find.
I know. I've been enjoying it. Like, which is hilarious because they stopped mentioning me, because every time they like come after me, like they try calling me shizzy dumb nuts or something like that. I monetized it.
Yep.
And so
Well,
they're running
That's like
scared.
Tug last night. That's how the name the Deuce Coop came up and all that
The Deuce
stuff.
Coop.
You know, he's sitting here trying to figure out, can't they be more original with their insults? So he goes to ChatGPT and he asks it, says, hey, what are all the funny names I can go with Coop, you know? And then hell, the audience is just going wild with
The audience hit it better than ChatGPT could.
So I'm pretty sure everybody, they finally settled on Deuce Coop, the little Deuce Coop, I guess.
The little Deuce Coop. Little Deuce Coop.
Do you want to hear something else insane that Lynette did foolishly again with these people? She went public, typed in their chat, even posted on, I believe, on her Facebook or YouTube, but I think she took it down. But she did it in their chat. I give only the flea permission to play my videos and my child's singing video, etc., etc. Again, she did it. She gave her permission and exclusive rights to use her child's voice.
Here, go make some more money off the
Yeah,
back of my
right?
family.
Right?
And it
The
ain't like you
child
hadn't
that
made
doesn't want in the public.
$100,000.
But
Go
yet
make
they
some-
had the nerve to talk about they are sick and tired of us, somehow all of us that speak against their actions. We have no right to talk about anybody's child from age 3 to adult. Nobody has a right to speak about any of their children, and especially that child. But they're the ones making the money off of that child, off of Lynette, off of John. And at the same time, they're also patting John on the back saying, well, John, now that this has all been thrown out and Lynette's, doing what she's doing and she's ungrateful again and being nasty, you should speak up and start telling your side of the story. Come on, John, tell us.
Yeah, I mean, the fleas are, and this is why they didn't want the body cam footage show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it was showing the same behavior that they were doing with Squat Dump.
Oh,
Okay.
has anybody heard from Squat Dump?
No. I mean, last I heard that she was in rehab. That's what I heard. And then somebody said something about she was supposed to be on the Fleas stream or something like that.
Oh yeah, after she got out, remember the one night we were listening to the transcript or watching them, whatever it was, and we
Weren't
heard
they raising
Mom.
money? They were raising money for her, weren't they, at some
Yeah,
point in
yeah.
time?
Yeah, gift cards and money were being sent because they were going to send it to her in rehab. But do you
Oh.
remember when Mom showed up at the garage looking for her right after she
Yeah.
got out of rehab? Then somebody emailed me and said, yeah, it's crickets, it's silence, it's everything they've been, they put an email. They're like, it's crickets on that end.
Now
Have you heard
you
anything?
talk about shitty behavior.
Yeah.
They literally raised. One guy gave them, I think it was like $200 for squat pump for her birthday.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kyle Alex.
They literally kept it
Yeah,
and
that was
refused to
Kyle
give it to
Alex.
her. That's my money.
But he's back in their chat.
Of
I
course.
think, if I'm not mistaken, Gabe was just in a vacation with him this past week.
Well, and that's why I came up with this little ditty right here. Let me arrange you guys here so we've got you straightened out here. Give me a second. It's crazy. It's crazy, but whenever I get it arranged right, it works. Because I came up with a little tune while I was on vacation. Go figure. Let me make sure I get this, because I've got to resize everything so that way. There we go. You guys can hear me all right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I came up with this little ditty because it was so fitting. It's called Two Thieves and a Pothead.
Step right up. Open your wallet. Thieves got another emergency. Funny how every crisis ends with them getting paid and everybody else getting fucked. One thief crawls out with a brand new tale. Bullshit story, another tip jar sale. Tears on command, voice shaking just right, and counting them dollars when she logs off at night. Every time creating a fresh disaster. Every dollar redo makes the bullshit faster. Help us survive while the smoke rolls thick. Her pothead bitch on the couch getting lit. They promise the money is going somewhere. Ain't nobody knows and clearly don't care. No plan, no proof, no numbers, no track. Just send them your money, it ain't coming back. Pass the hat, light the bowl, sell another piece of your soul. Cry for the crowd, then laugh at the fools. Pro beggars taking cash, doing nothing for you. Two thieves and a pothead, feet in that face, chicken head. Give us your money, believe every lie. Fuck every donut till they're run dry. Hey! Two thieves and a pothead, what a disgrace. A joint in his hand and a tear on her face. Call it support, but here's what I see. Take that cash for nothing to see. She's got 50 reasons the rent can't get paid, but somehow they're smoking another upgrade. A brand new crisis, perfectly timed when the last donation been drained dry. She'll tell you the haters are making her poor, then shake that cup, pony up more. Every question gets called an attack. Honest accounting might ruin the act. Her husband just nods through the cannabis haze, lost in the fog for consecutive days. His grift is over, stealing from the old. She is screaming, the story is old. Oh, people care, that's how the hustle survives. Generous hearts and convenient lies. Weaponized pity, manufactured despair. Spend every dollar without a care. Where are the receipts? Where did it go? Why does the emergency fund always fund the show? Why does every tragedy come with a payment link? Why does the pothead never run out of stink? Ah! Two thieves and the pothead, feet in that face, chicken head. Give us your money, believe every lie. Fuck every donut till they run dry. Hey! Two thieves and the pothead, what a disgrace. A joint in his hand and a tear on her face. Call it support, but here's what I see. Take that cash for nothing to see. They don't want help, they want funding. They don't want answers, they want money coming. They don't want scrutiny, they want applause. They want loyal little wallets without questions or pause. And once you have given, you've served your role. You're no longer a person, you're a payout hole. They'll flatter you publicly, drain you in private, then call you a hater the second you question the grift. Maybe the lights stay on, maybe the stash stays green. Maybe the money disappears into places never seen. Maybe tomorrow brings choose another tragedy to sell. Because pity pays better when you're ringing the bell. She'll swear that she loves you. He'll grunt through the fog. Then both disappear when you ask for the log. Two thieves and a pothead, feet in that face, chicken head. Give us your money, believe every lie. Fuck every donut till they run dry. Disgrace, a joint in his hand and a tear on her face. Call it support, but here's what I see. Take that cash for nothing to see. So send another 20, buy another excuse, fund another smoke cloud, sponsor another abuse. But when you finally ask what your generosity brought, don't expect an answer. The flea is counting money, and the pothead forgot. Two thieves and a pothead. Two thieves and a pothead. Two thieves and a pothead. Feet in that face, chicken head. Give us your money, believe every lie. Fuck every donut till they run dry. Two thieves and a pothead, what a disgrace. A joint in his hand and a tear on her face. Call it support, but here's what I see. Take that cash, they are nothing, nothing but thieves.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm having a hard time now. This is kind of driving me crazy because I don't know whether I like this one better or whether I like the Lovey Poo or whatever the name of that song.
Skinky Poo.
Skinky Poo.
Well, I did start on a video for this one, but it takes a while to create, and because I was working on a laptop, it was just like, I'll just stop right now so I can spend time with family.
Well, Shizzy, I think you need to make a song for the people on the Book of Faces that the flea loves so much. Mark and Listen Linda, the Apocalypse Crew, that grifter that keeps sending all that juicy information. Where would we be without the Book of Faces people?
I don't know who she hates more. Whether it's all of us or all of them.
I think the people on Facebook are slightly above us right now.
And the thing is, I don't think she hates any of them.
No,
because it's like you said, Mr. Coop. As long as people have their name in their mouth, it means that they're getting all of that promotion. And it drove them up the wall whenever Jeremy stopped talking about them, where you said, I'm not giving them any more.
Yep.
He said, unless it's something to do with court, they're not getting anything from me. And that's what he did. And that drives them nuts. So they had to come after Megan. They had to come after Tug. They won't come after me because I'm not worth it. I'm just an AI machine.
Yeah, you're just AI. You're just Shizzy dumb nuts.
Yep.
Oh, I'm irrelevant. They keep saying I'm irrelevant. And I'm like, well, I must not be very irrelevant if my mouth's, my name is in your mouth. That's kind of funny. But I don't care what they say. I just laugh at it. It's just hilarious. Oh, by the way, to answer your question a while ago, 90 days, 447 subscribers in 90 days.
Nice.
YouTube did not hit me or hurt me at all. I just kept chugging right along.
Nice. That's how you have to do it. And I think that the Lees would do well if they would stop trying to manufacture drama. That seems, almost all these YouTube creators, the only way that they're getting any views is whenever they manufacture drama. You got everything from macchiatos to the fleas to Stupid Dave. I mean, all of them. If they manufacture drama, then they start getting views. But the only problem is once that drama dries up and nobody responds to it, you see how fast it goes away.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
she better start looking for something new because, I mean, these cases are starting to roll now. So, I mean, the
Well,
time limit on content is coming up.
I find it awful funny how they're so concerned about all of us and what we're going to do when the hell stuff is over. Does she not realize my channel's been around for over 15 years? I had the bulk of my subscribers way before I ever started live streaming. Okay.
Exactly.
I know how to create content.
Exactly. I mean, you know, a lot of my chat has come over from Hales. They've come over from Megan. They've come over from Expert, Broken Baker, Valhalla. I mean, you know, all of this combined of all the different stories that I've covered. I mean, I was covering Dalton whenever nobody was covering it. I think Nate the lawyer was the only other person that was covering what was going on in Dalton. You know, that was part of, you know, people that I either watch or anything like that. There wasn't a whole lot of talk about it. And I started, you know, covering Tiffany Haynard. I started covering the cult stuff back whenever I first started streaming, and I had Caitlin Comments on with me. We were covering a lot of the cult stuff, which reminds me, while I was in a little town, there was a T-shirt made, and it had Bob Dobbs coming out of a nuclear cellar, and he said, "Are the assholes still in charge?" I loved it.
Well, see,
you know,
what these people don't realize is you're building an audience, okay? If you keep your audience entertained, yes, the particular subject might die off, but if they know they're going to get entertainment, you'll lose a few of them because they'll move on to other things. But you keep the people that want to be entertained by you.
right.
So, and they don't grasp this concept. I don't understand their way of thinking when it comes to YouTube. They need to take some courses.
Well, and there's so much I want to say about that. It's the thing is drama does sell, but it's also short term. Like because whenever people realize you might be feeding a bunch of bullshit, and they you know, right now Jeremy is, because of the amount of subs he has, he's an easy target for them to go after. I saw the same thing happen with Fair and Balance back whenever she was having her meltdowns. You know, she was trying to, you know, cover news on a regular basis, trying to give like lots of good information, and her channel started suffering because people were on the constant attack of her. Everything that she said was on a constant attack. Now, she could have weathered it. Her channel would have exploded, but instead she was just like, you know, I'm out because I can't handle these people, you know, talking crap about me. And that's what their goal is. Like the people like this is what their goal is. I've seen it before. People go on the attack. They make short clips about you. They're talking crap. Like Macchiato is the same way. You know, people are you know, pulling every single thing that they can, whether she's, you know, caught farting on stream. That stuff like that is going to constantly be, you know, going to happen to you as a creator. And if you can't weather it, then, you know, their next recourse is what the fleas are doing. Well, I'll just sue everybody. And she ain't going to sue anybody. It's all to raise money because her channel is tanking so bad, so fast. I mean, I pulled up what Macchiato was doing, and her channel was on this solid growth. I mean, she was, I think, 11,000 subs. Yeah. And within 2 weeks, she went from 11,000 subs to below 8,000 within 2 weeks. Why? Because she went on the attack of two people that are beloved by their community. And they went hard at it. And then other people got brought into it, and they went hard at them too, you know. And I watch a channel that's on that steady climb tank because of the attacks on these people.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't understand. I mean, you've got your drama tube people out there that try and build a channel off of drama. I've always been a firm believer. You build it, they'll come. You know, if you give the audience what they want right now while the subject is hot and you entertain them, when the subject dies off, a lot of them, yeah, they will move on, but a lot will stay to see what you're going to do next. But the key is you have to build the audience, and they have to be there because they want to be, not because, well, I'd say safely that it's 75% or more of who watch her every night are not her fans. They're people over there grabbing screenshots and recordings and all kinds of stuff.
No, because you've seen what happens whenever they do a stream that's not about Hales. It's like they're lucky if they can break 1,000 views over multiple days, and it's that shows you that it's because of people watching it because of what's hot. Same way with any other kind of thing. Like I'm still, whenever I'm covering other stories, I'm still pulling the same numbers that I'm pulling otherwise. Not during the lives, but the rewatches, I still get the same amount of people watching, and that's what I want. I want the people that want to be here.
Right.
The people that come to hate, it's just like, well, you're welcome to watch, and maybe you'll be entertained, and then you can just find something else to hate on. But
for all of the channels out there that are having a hard time, and that are trying their best and they're just not getting it, you've got to take a look at what your content is. Mm-hmm. You've got to watch your own stuff, and you've got to be your own worst critic, and you've got to change. If you want to grow, you have to change to the ability to make it grow. But if you keep doing the same stuff over and over and over and over without any change, that means you're doing something wrong. If you're not growing, you're doing something wrong.
But if you are growing, if you're doing the same thing over and over again and your channel is growing, then don't mess with it. And I've said this before, my channel had a very slow growth, which I am so appreciative of for it. Now I could have hit like Macchiato did, or Macchiato, whatever her name is, Marciano Cherry Head, whatever. she was on the, what is it, X. Like, she was really big in X, and she was tweeting live from what was happening during the Karen Reed trial. Now, whenever she started her YouTube channel, it went from 0 to like
10,000
monetized almost overnight. And that's a lot coming at a person, and they didn't have a chance to make a lot of the mistakes that all of us did growing our channels, talking to the wrong people, people giving you bad advice of how to grow your channel, people doing the shady things behind the scenes, and that's why I'm like, whenever if I send Coop a message, a private message, I expect it to be a private message.
Yep.
And same way, if he sends me something and says, hey, this sort of between you and me kind of thing, I'm not going to share that with anybody, because it could be something that he's just trying to work his way through. Like, for example, he's saying, I'm really worried about Venom because she's been throwing rocks at me off the overpass for the past few days, and so I'm really concerned about it.
I warned you about talking about that.
and so he says, hey, what are your thoughts on this? And I can come back and say, oh, well, she does that to everybody, so don't worry about it. And so I would never expect in 3 months down the road for me to turn around and share that with him because I've got beef with Venom now. And that's the kind of little games that Macchiato never ran into, that people do, where they're vying for the attention of their chat and creating that drama out of that. is what they do. And if you're a slow growth channel, you get caught up in that shit and you realize, oh, this isn't cool. This is bad stuff. Stay away from it. That's why, like Travis is, for all you drama llamas out there, we ain't playing any drama. This is what it is. He doesn't play the drama. And that's what they're talking about. Like a lot of people think, oh, it's, no, it's all the little inside shit that goes on.
Well, you want to see a classic example of a channel that has been on air for over 17 years and has yet to hit 2,000 subscribers. Okay? So, obviously, this cat is not paying attention to what works and what doesn't work, okay? Because if he was 17 years and he still hasn't hit 2,000 subscribers, there's something wrong.
Mr. Coop, have faith. It's coming because, the mac and cheese dude promised it.
Yeah, mac and cheese dude tried to promise that crap with me. Oh, your channel will grow if you just do what I tell you to. I was like, nobody tells me how to run my channel. I don't know who you are. And from what I can tell, you're just some lawyer out of Connecticut, and I'll be damned if I'm going to listen to you. It's like I know people that have been doing the YouTube much, much longer than you've been lawyering that are more than helpful on saying, hey, this is the way. If you want to grow something, this is what you have to do to grow it.
Now we know why he got kicked out of Boston.
Yeah, probably.
It just
one of them cheers people.
It just you gotta find what works. We were talking about when certain channels stop talking about this, and go back to their original roots. Well, you look back. Oh, what is it? About 2 years. Go back about 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. Certain channel was lucky if they got 200 people to view one of their 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hour videos. Yeah. They were lucky to have 200-300 views on hours and hours. That should tell you something.
Well, that was mine. Of course, I only had 500-600 subs whenever I was covering a lot of that stuff. I mean, and I'll tell you, my viewers is in comparison to how many people were watching my content is unbelievable. I mean, if you've got 500 subs and you're getting 200 views off of them, that's really damn good.
Right.
That's better than 10%. If you're getting 10% of your views, you're doing really good.
Oh, and speaking of that, I wish the woman would have not deleted her stuff, because I'm telling you, she's got a little over 1,200 subscribers, and she had way over 2,000 views on that video, that live stream she put out.
She is knocking it out of the park, where the fleet can't even retain her own viewers. Like the views that she's getting, I'm pretty sure that I could probably go back in my email where I got a message saying that they started listening to some of those channels when we were saying, if you starve them for content, they have no content. And everything got quiet for a little bit, and they started watching the numbers, and people stopped lurking as much. And she wasn't even breaking 230, 250, and that was still with lurkers.
I just found it entertaining, because a certain creator out there sitting there, they love to compare numbers and views, which is something I don't think they fully understand.
No, they don't.
and when you take this little Linut person over here with less than, she's got a little over 1,200 subscribers, and her videos are literally getting more views than what she has subscribers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Watch out, Lisa.
I don't get me wrong. I do not like Lynette and Crook at all.
No.
I think they are worthless individuals, but I don't like people being taken advantage of.
Absolutely,
and I don't like people using people to gain money like that. It's appalling to me. So why in the world does Lynette need to take crumbs from an individual when she can take the whole loaf of bread? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And not for nothing. I mean, she does have a right to have her own channel. And if she's going to talk about her case while she's involved in lawsuits and bankruptcies, then she may as well do it from her own channel rather than have people who have profited off of her and put her so deep in a legal hole that
Well,
I don't
here's
know if she'll recover from that hole in her lifetime, in all
oh no,
honesty.
no. Well, this is something I found interesting. It was something that I garnered out of the 2L's channel. Whenever they were talking about how they've done all this promotional stuff, and oh, I've worked with all these bands and I've done all this music stuff, and I've got all this, oh, you should see the gold whatever that I've got on my wall. The in the same breath, these same people, whenever you've got Tug saying, this is what I did, this was my practice, that they're sitting there going, well, we can't find any proof of that. I say the same thing to the flea. There is no proof that they've done anything other than completely tanked a festival. And it looks like, for all intents and purposes, it was just a bunch of local musicians. Because if it was any big name bands that were going to be playing at that festival, that would have made big news. Like, all the entertainment rags would have been talking about it. She has done absolutely nothing. Because, why? Same reason that she gives Tug. She has never provided any single proof except for failures.
Yeah, wasn't it written in that article about that festival you're talking about that the DJs and the radio station, like their biggest contention of the whole thing was they couldn't verify anything she talked about or
Yep.
used as a reference, such as the artists and companies that she claimed to have worked with?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, and the amount of research that I did on her, which didn't take very long, there's very little information outside of a couple of lawsuits that she's filed for bands that didn't show up because, well, things look sketchy. And so they basically broke the contract, and she sued for a breach of contract. It was maybe $1,500 or something like that. Like, really small amounts of shit that like, okay, that's not a big deal. I mean, I've never mind.
I've got a question to pose to both of you. I got an email from one of my sources that feeds me some screenshots and info from Facebook. And they had asked, and they might be right, but I'm not sure. But in the body cam video where Gabe is towing a very big piece of machinery,
Yeah.
that was from a rental place, was it not?
Yeah.
And wasn't there a restraining order for him from a place that he was doing business with?
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I had
Somebody asked me about that, and for some reason it does ring a bell, but I haven't seen anything on it. I'd have to dig back into that and see. But they brought up that they're saying there was a restraining order from a said business for not returning property.
I haven't heard of that. Matter of fact, when it comes to these clowns' criminal records, I don't give a shit. If it doesn't pertain to Jeremy Hells and the lawsuits, I kind of just overlook it as far as their past goes. But some of it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. I mean, you got over $100,000 been donated to these people, and one of them is actually been convicted of taking money from elderly people for projects that apparently didn't get done or something.
Oh, the temporary felon.
Well, now that but see, that's an interesting aspect, because although they managed to get things squared away with the person, however they worked it out, like that person was saying, well, I'm not going to press charges. It's no different than what happened with Squat Dump's mom. Okay, at some point, the DA says, it doesn't matter whether you want to press charges or not. This breaks into felony territory where we will bring the charges against them. And we'll need you to come in and be a witness to this. So Bill, his issues stem from mom, Squat Dump's mom. That's where all of that stems from, is with her, not with Squat Dump. You have to understand, there was never a CPO on Squat Dump.
No,
There
and
was
they were
never a protective
on and
order.
off the whole time, even up until his last arrest in April.
And for all I know, they might be back together again. He's
They
not
could
living
be.
in the villages.
And they're, according to what I'm seeing in my email, there's been no trace of Squat since Mommy went to go look for her. She hasn't given that amazing interview. So I mean,
Well, if you remember, Tug talked to Only Me quite a bit, and like everybody knows, he was probably the biggest one-time donor. She's had other donors, but he was the biggest one that put in the most money at once. And when he got a little concerned is when he found out about Gabe.
yep.
Okay, so that kind of brings it into it a little bit, but like DUIs, I don't give a shit if they got DUIs against them. I don't care if they're out there, robbing stores. I don't care. But if it involves what's going on right here, because I mean, that's a lot of money. That we were talking about that last night. The amount of money she raked in, that's life-changing money for someone. And this child and the elderly parents could really use that. Do I like those two? Hell no.
No.
But
No, but
it's
they're
not-
entitled to the money that they
Yeah.
raised using that woman and that child's name.
Exactly. It's not her money.
No.
No.
Well, according to her, it is. According to her,
Shizzy, she just said she's going to use it again for a lawyer or a car. Again, she said it 3 days ago.
It's crazy. On a side note, though,
Yeah.
if any of you guys live, not very far from Otter Creek, I have been known. Well, I'm being sold for $200 in Otter Creek.
Yes, with his nesting box, but don't tell Mama.
I love it.
So if you guys would like to go to Otter Creek and pick up a portly coop, I am available for $200.
Oh, that's that. Well, and it doesn't surprise me. I mean, and I'm trying to think of the best way to put this, is the amount of money that has been raised, scammed, could have been used on much better things. And I say this in all honesty with, the crap that Jeremy's had to go through, in dealing with Lynette is where she lost all of that goodwill that could have happened for her. See, and I've noticed this from Jeremy, that he pretty much, will help anybody that's helping themselves.
Right.
He's like willing to promote them, push them over that edge of like, here you go. Here, you've got the tools. Let me give you a little bit of shout out. Let me help you out a little bit with that. And just, you're going to do fine on your own. That's sort of how I've seen Jeremy through all of this. Yeah. Like he's doing his thing. And if Lynette had any intelligence of moving to this place, she could have actually built her own channel. She could have done everything for herself, and she would have had so much support from Jeremy of saying, hey, there's this lady up the street that does a tortoise rescue. Go check her out. He would have done that in a heartbeat.
Yep.
But she all of a sudden, just seemed like she needed more and more and more and more from Jeremy. And Jeremy's just like, something's not sitting right with me. That's my outlook on this. And you can tell that the same thing happened with the Flea, because the Flea was doing all of this fundraising until it all of a sudden became, I've got to actually, show some money. and she went on the attack for her almost immediately.
Oh, yeah.
We saw that happen. We saw her talking about how horrible she was. Lynette saying that, you know, she's that the flea is calling for CPS on her. I mean, all the shit that they've been accusing Jeremy of doing, they are the ones that were doing it to her. And and you can disagree with you want to, chat, but I will tell you, I think that all like 90% of those CPS calls that are coming out to that property are not coming from Hales, not coming from Hales or any Hales supporters. I think it's coming from them, and they can disagree with me all they want to. I'm entitled to my damn opinion. That's what my opinion is I don't think anybody from Hale's group is doing this. I think it's all of them.
I have said it almost every day. I can honestly say every day either I've said it or my mods have put it in the chat. Do not contact anyone. I have never ever heard Lisa tell her audience not to contact anyone.
No, in fact, I could say that it's almost like she entices people to, you know, email the courts and get videos. She's now telling her chat to watch and monitor and screenshot all of our chats.
Please do.
Let her know so she could file lawsuits because, you know, she's got her case. She's talking about a case like she's filed a case. Lisa, you don't have a case until you file an actual case. So to keep talking about your case, it doesn't exist. You keep talking about this criminal investigation that's going on over people that are talking about your channel or reading transcripts, making whether it's a lawsuit threat to an elderly man who transcribes your chat on Facebook. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Well, that's what they'll continue to do. It is.
And listen, they're threatening LP now. You don't have to write me a book or say the words Lynette, because it's obvious where the threats are coming from since you started talking on your own channel. Her words in her video was, now she's receiving threats, not to speak.
And I've said this multiple times, and I, you know, because I do make music and I do make music videos. This is the video I made in response to her filing a lawsuit.
Same story, same tears, same threats. New year, talking big, doing little. Here we go. She said, I know the law. Then the law said, who? She said, I got a case. But the case said, soup. She said, take it down, bitch, calm down. You're having a meltdown. Sit your fat ass down. Follow the fatty, follow the fatty. All that mouth, squeeze, squeeze. Follow the fatty, follow the fatty. Waffle is sounding batty. Follow the fatty, follow the fatty, follow the fatty. Same old song, pity party. Follow the fatty, follow the fatty, follow the fatty. Stuff your face in a chicken skin party. What objection? Baseline correction. Transcript gobbling with the wrong word infection. What rejection? No fair use inspection. Screaming infringement, sounding dumb. She been crying on live again. Chicken skin, paper thin. Talking tough with a shaky grin. Round and round, here we spin. Same old threat, same old line, same old way. Just give me time. If you got it, make it move. Why you stuck in the same groove? Yap, 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 yap. Then rewind, broken record out of time. Say my name, then play pretend like you don't do this every weekend. You can send all the letters, you can stomp all night. But a thread ain't a ruling, and the tetra may writes. You can yell, I object at your own live stream. But you made the content, then became the meme. Follow it, fatty, follow it, fatty. All that mouth, squeeze, squeeze. Follow it, fatty, follow it, fatty. Waffle is sounding batty. Follow it, fatty, follow it, fatty. Same old song, big party. Follow it, fatty, follow it, fatty. Stuff your face in a chicken skin party. She
plate of mac and cheese. I love it.
The louder that you are, the funnier it gets to me. Motion, baseline explosion, flea cap flip with a parody potion. Louder, paperwork powder, open and shut case, but the hinges got coward. No more speeches, no more stalling, no more honey, no more squalling, no more I know, no more they'll see, no more crying on live stream TV. Put it on paper, put it in ink, put down the juice box, take time to think if you got smoke, then light that match, otherwise hush and close that hatch. Shizzy got the cheddar. Fight it, serve it, prove it, swerve it, swerve it.
Oh my.
All that mouth. Swat, waffle is sounding batty. Same old song, pity party. Stuff your face in a chicken skin party. Govern yourself accordingly. In the key of dawn.
And just like that, it went from PG-13 to R.
Oh, no, not even R. That went to a D rating. Did you see those body? Oh my God.
Straight from the demented mind of Shizzywhiznut.
I feel like Dr. Demento just crashed the party.
Oh, goodness.
You know, we were talking about ways that Lynette could have made money. Who remembers back after the depot, Megan and Tug gave her all these great ideas that she could have done to make money from her own channel. She's had that YouTube channel sitting there at least 4 years. At least.
Who?
And she
Lynette?
could have been doing the what they called the Otter Creek Elvis marriages, even though we know, and yes, Lynette, it wasn't until after we called out the fact that you keep bringing up you married your stepdaughter. We know they had to go and get married, and not because the license wasn't valid and you wouldn't sign it. You weren't valid and couldn't sign it.
Personally, if I was her, I would rename that channel, and I would just tell my truth. She just needs to go. I mean, that long ass channel name is not helping her any, but
No.
She took the channel name from other people that had very popular channel names of pickles, Otter Creek Pickles, the Otter Creek family. Go look it up. The channels are still there.
She you know, because she already has her name out there, she just renamed it Lynette Preston, and
Or
just
LMNOP.
whatever, and just started doing her own damn thing. And I'm not talking about talking about Jeremy or talking about the flea or anything like that. Just talking about her turtle rescue, her life in general. You know, she's unironically funny. Not intentionally, that people would probably watch just to see what stupid thing she's going to say next.
Yeah.
And
Leave your stepdaughters alone. Leave the fleas alone. Leave Jeremy alone. Do your own thing. Yell at John.
Amazing.
That's hysterical. Even if it's not real.
No, it would be real. That's the part. That's the part about she could talk about so many different things that would keep her out of trouble with the courts, which she's in all kinds of shit. If she would just stay away from that and focus in on her tortoises or life in general, she would do just fine. The thing is like Terry Bear says, I've been kicked out of her chat for saying absolutely nothing. But the thing is they will still go on the attack of Terry Bear. They'll go on the attack of Tammy J. They'll go on the attack of every single person that they've had there. And those people aren't even talking about her.
Oh,
you know.
she just attacked Don B again a couple days ago.
John, get
She's
away from
even trolling her ex people that she's banned, and she's still bashing them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's gone after Ashley, and her husband wasn't going to tolerate that crap at all.
Nope.
I love the way that he handled that. That was just to the point. Like you want to get down and dirty. Let me tell you a little bit about her. You know.
No,
Gotcha,
you know
got
what
it.
the best revenge is? Ashley dropped her own channel. She's been doing the skits of. I've seen people doing it on TikTok, and she's been bringing it to YouTube. She's doing Jeff Dunham, and she's been taking doing the talking parts of his puppets. It's hysterical. She's got it down pat. She's even done some Judge Judy. The girl.
I kill you. I
good.
kill you. Ahmed.
Yeah, Ahmed Peanut.
All right, you two. Shizzy, thanks a lot for bringing me.
Yeah,
on, my man. I've
well,
got to go cook dinner, so
I've got to do the same thing here shortly. And it was, if you want to hang out for just a minute, I'm gonna be shutting this thing down. I need to see who is up and streaming, and I do want to say thanks to Jay for dumping people over here. I wasn't trying to stream over him, but I had a very limited window on when I could do anything tonight.
now I went live this morning, right?
Did you really? What time did you go live?
Well, I went about 11:30 or so. I usually go at 11, but I did it for two reasons. One's I was amped up from last night, and I wanted to have some fun today. And two, Jay has always been so sweet and send his people to my stream because he streams before I do. I was able to do that for him this morning. So I dumped about right at 400 people on him, not quite, but right at 400 people. So
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send everybody over to see Common Sense Investigator. We just lost your mic. If you haven't seen Common Sense Investigator, I did make an outro video for her. I don't know if she's going to use it or not, but she's good people. Go check her out. She's talking about, she'll probably be talking about some of the macchiato stuff, but she does a lot of other stuff also, probably talking about some Turtle Boy.
Yeah.
Go check her out and let her know, let Common Sense Investigator know that I sent you guys over there. Show her some love. She's an absolute sweetheart. She's also in Florida, another Florida girl, and she's been recognized, I believe, on Law and Crime, the Law Channel.
Crime Network.
Yeah, she's been on that. She's absolutely a sweetheart of a person. She was on with Expert last night. Good people, and that's where I'm going to send you guys. So I will see you guys. Probably I might do a stream tomorrow. Not sure, but I know that I will be doing a Sunday Spice tomorrow. I just need to get with everybody and see what time works for them. Make sure that it's good, and on Sunday Spice we talk story. We usually read a book, and sometimes it gets pretty spicy. It goes from PG to R, possibly X, pretty quickly. And I will see you guys on the other side, and I'll just leave you with a little bit of stinky poo because that's what I need to do. See you guys.
Hey Travis, look at me. I've been watching you walk by. Got the big boss energy. Got me feeling stupid high. If you need somebody close, I can be that kind of guy. I can carry all your stuff. I can flatter you all night. Yeah, I'll be there. I won't move. I'll say anything for you. If you want a man right here, baby, I could be that fool. I'll be your stinky. I'll be your stinky. keep all my eyes on you. If you want a man too big, baby, I was born to lose. I'll be your stinky boo, stinky boo. I'll be your stinky boo, stinky boo. I'll do anything you want me to. What are you waiting for? I'll be your stinky boo, stinky boo. I'll be your stinky boo, stinky boo. I'll be right here acting desperate too. What are you waiting for? Say the word, I'm at your feet. Call me up, I'm in the street. Tell me jump, I'll ask you how. Tell me later, tell me now. You want devotion, you want praise, you want some